Hi there, Joke here from A Pocket Full of Happiness, and in this video I'm going to show you the Christmas 2025 release. But before I get into it, I have a bit of housekeeping to do, updates and such. Right now, I'm not shipping to the US. I don't know if I will ever be able to ship again, but right now it's just too complicated. First of all, I did a test a while back. There are some people who are willing to pay the 55% tariffs, and I'm honestly no comment. And it could actually change to 155 from November 1st. I don't have a confirmation yet, but the EU was threatened with it, so who knows at this point. But I also ran into some issue a couple of weeks ago where my shop and USPS did not charge the same amount, and it was a very big difference. So they opened the ticket and they said they would get back to me, but it was already a few weeks ago, so I actually just stopped shipping altogether. And because it's a lot of admin work, I don't think I'm going to change again. So I apologize for this, and unfortunately the bigger problem is that I can also not get my products to the US to wholesalers because of the tariffs. So at the moment I just can't get any of these releases to the US at all. And I'm entirely heartbroken because I have many customers from the US from the very beginning when I just had stamps, and it's been 5 years. Yeah, there's no words. And yeah, forgive me for blabbering. I will stop now. I just can't find the right words, but I do need a miracle. So I will just get into the release now. So let's start with the cover plates. The first one is called Jumbo Quilt Background. This is a 5x7-inch cover plate, and this will fall apart entirely when you cut it. So there's going to be a lot of pieces. They are not small pieces though, so it's easy to put it together, but I will explain how I do the cards in the process videos. Normally I do the same with all cover plates. So I actually will only show one card in the process video, how I made it, because all of these cards are pretty much the same, or at least they are using the same techniques. I just played with color and dimension, as you can see, but otherwise they are following the same simple principles, This particular sentiment strip is from a previous release. It's from the Happy Everything die set. I think I still have some. Then this is a new die set, the Holly Jolly Christmas. I will show you that in a second. Again, the same, but then here I mixed it with the Happy Holidays sentiment strip. And again, the background is just using the same colors. I die cut this panel from a variety of colors, and then I just mixed them. And here the Merry Little Christmas is also a new sentiment. Again, Holly Jolly, Happy Holidays, same as before. Here I didn't use all the pieces on the background. I just placed a few onto a white background. And this German sentiment, Frohe Weihnachten, is also a new die for my German-speaking customers, which means Merry Christmas. So That was my first cover plate. I'm always wondering if I should do cover plates at all, because you can only have that many, but I just love patterns, I love colors, and I love playing with these, so I think I'm not gonna stop doing them. This is another 5x7 inch cover plate called Christmas Stars background, and again, you can use this as a background texture, tone on tone, or if you love inlaying, onlaying, whatever, then or love spending time on sort of coloring your background, then you can also do that with this die. This last one, for example, is a very quick card. On the first one, I had to use this dark, not had to, but I wanted to use a different color for this little heart, a darker red or wine red color. And I didn't want to throw away that background, so I actually created a card with it, but this is very, very simple. Now, the joy sentiment I created with the Holly Jolly letters. I just used the joy letters. Maybe you can come up with some other sentiments as well, also using the Merry Little Christmas or other sentiment sets. Now, the next one is not a cover plate, but it was sized for a 5x7 inch card. It's called String Lights. It's basically a frame of lights. It has a little sentiment, be merry, and then some of these light bulbs so that you can add as much color as you want, which is my preference. So I created 3 cards with this. They are all the same. They just have a different sentiment on them. This first one has Holly Jolly Christmas. My cat's hair is flying everywhere. She's not even allowed in this room, but her hair is everywhere. So anyway, I die cut a few layers of these die cuts, because some die cuts, that doesn't sound right. These shapes, because I like my cards to be dimensional. So I think I have 3 to 4 layers of the sentiment, and I know that it was 3 layers of the string lights. Now, the next one is an A2 size cover plate, because I know that some of you don't like big cards, so I'm trying to always do both sizes. And this one is, again, one of those that falls apart into smaller pieces, so you can add a lot of color with this, and then you have the big snowflake in the middle. I actually did not use a whole lot of colors on these ones. I will explain it in the process video why I actually didn't end up doing what I wanted to, but I mean, still I used a bunch of colors though. And again, I played with dimensions, so layers of die cuts and just the colors. You know, sometimes it happens that it's not going to turn out to be your favorite. Like, I don't hate these colors. I do like them. It's just that they don't give me the Christmas feeling, to be honest. Anyway, so you can make these cards totally flat if you like, or like I did here, add some more layers to just certain parts. This one, for example, is completely flat, so the snowflake is inlaid into the whole background. So you can make this as simple as you want, or as colorful and complicated as you prefer. Now, the sentiments here, the Christmas part is from the Holly Jolly Christmas set, and the Merry is from the Merry Little Christmas set, just so that you can get more out of your dies. And the joy, again, I created with the Holly Jolly Christmas sentiment set. So next up, I have another two A2 cover plates. These ones work together, or they also work separately, of course. But the two together create this fun Argyle pattern. And as you can see on the second layer, there's a faux stitched little detail. And here you can see what it looks like when it's like the two together, or you can see them separately as well. I am trying to show you some examples with both versions. And the first two cards are pretty much the same, only on one of them the colors are organized from top to bottom, and on the other from left to right, if that makes sense. But you could obviously use this for men's cards. If you go, for example, I don't want to say the typical blue color, but I did have blue Argyle pattern, Burton, not Burton. What was the brand? Burlington, I think. Socks that had all the blue colors, and yeah, I always have that on my mind. This one is featuring only the first layer, and then on top I used the from the string light set, the Merry sentiment, and then the Christmas is from Holly Jolly Christmas, and then the flowers are from the new Christmas Wreath die set. And here again, I have a new sentiment set, the Frohe Weihnachten, and you can see the size difference. The left card is a 5x7 inch. The right hand side is the 4.25 by 5.5 inch card, and you can see that you don't need to make this super complicated. You can just use one color just to add some texture in the background. Then I have one, I think this is the last A2 size cover plate called Chunky Knit. And again, always you can create a very simple texture in the background, like I will show you here. I die cut this shape or the cover plate, I think 3 times. Once from this dark green, and then 2 times from white heavyweight cardstock, and then layered them up for that nice texture. And here, the first layer, I actually then did the inlaying technique with all these colorful shapes, and then I added 2 more layers of outlines on top. This one here is just white, but again it's 3 layers of heavyweight cardstock. I love the dimension. I don't think I would ever make a card just with 1 layer. Now moving on to, I will have another cover plate, but I forgot about it. So this one is the Flower Girls Christmas add-on, and yeah, do know that this is an add-on set, so it does not work without the original set, which is the Flower Girls. I don't have many left, but a lot of you bought the original set, so maybe this is interesting for those of you. The add-on set will not have the lips. It will not have the head and this background, that the body part where I layer all the pieces on. You can of course fussy cut that part out, and even you can try to create a face yourself. I know I wouldn't, because I like the die cut edges myself. So I just showed you this card earlier. This one is just a simple girl with hair and a few flowers, and the same here. And then I used the Merry Little Christmas, but without the little sentiment. And this is also the new Christmas stars background. And again, I layered that up so that it's dimensional. And on this one, I have added also some gifts with the flowers so that it's a more, I don't want to say special, but it's just, there's a bit more variety on her head. And on this last one, I only used the gifts and some ornaments to create her hair. And here I didn't use the sunglasses. By the way, the sunglasses on one of these, the Holly Jolly one, those are from the original set as well, the heart sunglasses. This bigger, the bigger pair is from the new set. So this is the 5x5 inch background that I forgot to show you earlier. This is called Folk Snowflake background. And again, I always create these with color in my mind. So the more shapes you can cut, the more colors you can add is always my idea. And then you have a bunch of faux stitched little snowflakes on the background as well. Now I used a different color combo here, inspired by Nordic Christmas, or so I think. This is what I imagine it to be. And I created, well, these are the exact same cards, except two of them are totally flat and two of them have the shapes laid onto the surface again, so it's more dimensional. This one is flat. So that's all I've done here. Next up is a simple Christmas tree die set. Again, the idea is always that you can add a lot of colors. You can create a rainbow tree, or you can use various green tones like I did. And also I created the greens two different ways. Here you will see that the lighter greens are on the outside, and then in the middle of the tree it's darker. But on my second card I went from top to bottom with light, from the lighter to the darker shades, like you see here. And then I added a lot of ornaments or light bulbs, whichever you prefer. The Christmas is from the Holly Jolly Christmas, and the Merry is from the string light set, the Be Merry die. And this background is actually from a previous Christmas release, but I have a lot of it because I had to restock it a while back. So I use this one just to add a bit of texture to my white background. I don't normally like just simple white background, although I seem to be using it more often than I used to. So anyway, I have that die in stock still. Now for the sentiments that I've shown you, there are these three dies. The Merry Little Christmas, Frohe Weihnachten, and sorry, and Holly Jolly Christmas. You can cut them as they are into your panels, so it's easy to line them up, or you can even create nice shaker cards, which I always forget to create. And then you can also create new words or new sentiments from the letters. I think the sky is the limit. And like I showed you before, these are the three sentiments. And here I used all three in the exact way as the die is. I used the die cut as a template. I show that in my process videos that will be available today. And the last two die sets are the poinsettia circle and Christmas wreath. These are small dies, and that's why I actually decided to create some small cards. You can see the Christmas wreath. You don't have to create a wreath with it. You can just use those shapes randomly to cover a card. And I used this, I think it was a 4-inch circle in this set, and I used that for my card base on the following cards that you seem to really love on Instagram, which I appreciate. This first one has the Christmas wreath die cut on it, and as you can see, this is how you open that card with the little orange slices. I love them. And you can even prepare this circle and put it onto a bigger card. It fits on an A2, obviously, because it, like I said, it's 4 inches, so it will fit onto an A2 card as well. The Mary is from the String Lights set. And then this is the poinsettia circle. I created an additional layer on the flower so that it has a bit more dimension. And then on this second one, again the same, but also I added some enamel dots to the small little berries, but those are not the exact same size. They are a little bit smaller than the circles, but I wanted to have some different texture there. And then these are the remaining outlines that I had left over from, die cutting all those colors, and I never like to throw these away, so I usually end up with a card like this where you can see all the colors. Yeah, that's it for this release. I hope that you like this product as much as I loved working on the designs and the samples. I hope that this was not my last release, but well, you never know. But I'm really happy that I could come out with Christmas products, because last year we were moving towards the end of the year and I didn't have time to create a release in time. So I'm happy that at least I could do Christmas, which is really my favorite, not only the holiday, but they are my favorite projects to work on. So thank you very much for watching and happy shopping. Bye bye.